All right, so I officially have been off the grid here for 2.5 weeks. I've been traveling, and I'm like, I got to get back on this shooting videos thing, man, because it's a good thing. So I'm just going to run down all my amps, and you guys can listen to them, and maybe some of this stuff you're not familiar with. It's going to be stock 77 Marshall, ocean modded Marshall, Tremaverb, Cat5 in the matchless side, Fender Supersonic 22, and orange rocker verb MK1. Oh! And we're gonna run each amp through 3 different cabs. Slant Mesa with greenbacks, 212 Mesa with vintage 30s, and the Cat5 open back 212 with Celestian Golds. And they're going to go through some different preamps. A pair of, I think the greenbacks are going through the Brent Averils. The vintage 30s are going to go through the APIs, and the Cat5 is going to go through the A Design Red. That's a super marginal difference. You'll hear the difference. And we're just going to use a Les Paul and Strat. All right. Who's excited? Where's Bo? Oh, he's in the house. Okay. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, Jordan say slow-mo.
Slow-mo, brother.
Okay, so the other thing I wanted to just note is everything's going to go through the Burl converter, so it's going to be pretty good. Here you go. 77 into greenbacks. What the heck? That's a horrible way to start the dang video. I dropped the pick, and why is this? Every now and then Pro Tools doesn't want to kick. Oh, I'm in ScreenFlow. Operator error. Okay, here we go. Make sure we're still in ScreenFlow, which we are. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. We're just going to take that completely. So, 77 greenbacks. Sounds like a Marshall. I haven't played in almost 3 weeks. Feels kind of weird. Now we're going to try vintage 30s. Crazy how different they look. I'm not going to do the open back for all the Marshall stuff. We'll just stay right there. But we'll keep rolling down the line, and we'll do Billy. So I've had this amp really a long time. I think I've had it a little longer than the 77. I bought them around the same time. We'll go back to greenbacks. And yeah, I'll never forget when this came in. I had that big amp shootout in Raleigh, and I bought 3 amps. I bought the Cameron Ocean. I bought a Jose. I think it was a Cameron Jose. I don't know, it was a Jose. And I also bought the Cameron CCV. No, Atomica. I got, and all three of them at the same time. And then the Ocean was definitely more my speed. I don't know. I'm playing a long time. Here is the Ocean mod through the through green. All right, so we're redoing the Billy Ocean. I did it kind of backwards. Anyway, here's the Ocean mod with greenbacks. All right. Yeah. Now we got Billy and Vintage 30s. Do that again. There you have it. Now we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're gonna go into Mesa. You know what we'll do? We'll keep it on the vintage 30s, and then we'll cross over, kind of crisscross, kind of like that band that put their clothes on backwards. So this is a early 90s Tremorverb. There it is. What do you think of that? Oh! Yeah, that's just yo diggity. I love blending Marshalls and Mesas. My friend was going to sell an old Marshall to Tim Pierce, and when he went over to his house, he was going to buy it from Tim, or he was selling it to Tim, he's selling it to Tim. And Tim said, he says, if I never hear a Marshall again the rest of my life, I'll be fine. I thought, oh, okay, Uncle Timmy cracking the whip on the old Marshalls. But I get it, people get enamored with it, and it's cool, but, it's, when you get older and you've been listening to the same thing, it's not always so, not as mystifying. All right, so now we got Mesa in, what do we have Mesa in? Greenbacks, right? Okay, so let's see what we got now. Let's just go straight down to the orange, because these are the hard rockin' ones. I just love the crunch of this record. rocker verb through vintage 30s. Okay. Well, you know, let's take a second. Let's listen to these, kind of make a judgment from here, right? So, here's the 77 with greenbacks, your classic old school Marshall. Yeah, right? And now same amp, vintage 30s. Yeah, what do you think? Greenies, greenbacks? And vintage 30s. Vintage 30s are just a hair louder, so maybe I'll just turn them down just a hair. They're probably a little louder across the board. Maybe. Yeah, vintage 30s with that. And greenbacks. Yeah, you can hear a big difference, right? So now we'll go to the Ocean mod with greenbacks. And vintage 30s. I personally like that Ocean mod way better with the vintage 30s. And it could be that it's just a lot of gain, but here's the Ocean with greenbacks. And vintage 30s. You know, they're all cool, right? Greenbacks. And then vintage 30s. Yeah, it's like the greenbacks are more of like a focus thing, and the vintage 30s are more... Going back to Mr. Tim Pierce, he says that he only records with vintage 30s, and it's been like that for years. So as much as people talk smack about them. Here's the Mesa Tremaverb with greenbacks. That's too bright or something. Vintage 30s. So, I mean, you could obviously EQ the Mesa different, but I purposely just left everything kind of flat. I wanted to just hear it. Even as soon as I started playing it, probably if you look back in the video, I immediately didn't like the greenbacks. They felt like, I don't know if I'd say sizzly, but too like shh. That may be great sometimes though, man, you know, greenbacks. And vintage 30s. And also, I mean, in reality, all those rectifiers were really designed to run with Mesa cabs with vintage 30s. Now, there were people back in the day that liked the Marshall cabs with the greenbacks, but, you know, when I think of like the quintessential, you know, metallic Nickelback, Foo Fighters kind of Mesa, that's I think more of this, which is vintage 30s. That's just killer. And now we got Orange Rocker Verb with greenbacks. I kind of like them both. Here's greenbacks again. So yeah, so like once I listened to it with vintage 30s, then the greenbacks felt a little kind of squirrely to my ear. It's funny how this is, you know. It's I don't know. It's just kind of weird. All right, so here we go. We're just gonna do the Cat5, just the. Well, I'll do the Supersonic and the Cat5. So we're just going to do some kind of edge of breakup, middle of the road, something or other. So here is Cat 5. And this amp is the Brad Paisley model, and it's designed to it's basically Brad Paisley's signature amp, and it's 2 amps in one. One side is like a clone of a Samson era matchless, like the DC 30, and the other side is a Tweed. I'm not that into Tweed amps, and I don't really know how good it is on the other side. It's just not my thing. I've used it a little bit, but it doesn't really do it for me. But here is the matchless side, going through the 212 that comes with the head, and it's an open back with Celestian gold. It's going to be brighter, but you take a listen to it. Shoot, I gotta switch. I'm like, why does it sound so distant? This may get loud. Hold on. Oh no, was I right? Okay, yeah, boom, boom, boom. Okay, so let's check it out. I'm new. I'm actually old school to the A Design Reds. I had a pair of them years ago for a long time, but I'm getting back into them now. I got a pair and getting kind of used to the taper is really nice. It seems like the gain taper is more. It's a slower taper than the APIs. APIs get kind of loud quicker, which is actually pretty cool. So here it is, Cat5. Yeah. Really back that gain off, and you could do that Love Bites, that Def Leppard thing. Let's take a listen to that. Man, I really like that. Now I'm going to put the Fender through it, and this is just the side that has, it's like one side is like a deluxe reverb and a Bassman, and then the other is like a crunchy Marshall thing. Here's the Just the deluxe. Nice though, that's cool. Same pickup in 2 position. Here we go. All right, so there's that. Hold on, I got a million of kids over here. Hold on. Thanks so much for giving us wonderful. Okay. All right. So let's take a listen. So this is the Cat5 amp. And the Fender. Yeah, Cat5 amp. Fender. So there you go, man. That'll sound nice, right? I mean, geez, man, if I can't get a good guitar sound with what I got here, it's time to go home. Go back to Pompano. All right? Get an old PV Bandit and join a cover band. And listen to people scream at me all night long. Play, give me 3 steps. Well, there you have it. Whew. That was a big one. That's a good, solid, back to basics video, right? I'm gonna play Billy. This is Billy again with the vintage 30s. This is that Mesa with vintage 30s. And the orange with vintage 30s. The nice thing I love about the orange is that I love it on like secondary guitar parts, like arpeggio, not really arpeggios, like octaves and like melody lines underneath. Because if you've got this thing that's kind of Marshall, Mesa, Vox heavy sound wise, that will cut through this orange. And you can have it like low volume in the mix and still hear it, so it's not like you're just, you're not just on the everything louder than everything else thing. You know what? While we're here, let's just finish this off. I was going to be lazy. AC 30A. And the thing is, this like Fender matchless AC 30 sound type of things, these are really important sounds to have if you're going to be like a versatile session guitar player. I mean, if you're just a dude with your band and you've got your band sound and that's not a part of your sound, then to hell with it, right? But, if you're doing other people's music, you don't know what's coming up. So here is that 2 position on the Strat. Oh, my fingers are catching. I'll tell you in a second. is. Let me go AC30. Boom. There you go. Same with that one channel. Oh, because this is a little bit different configuration. Yeah, so here's the AC30. A little bit more. Not all that different to me. You know, there was kind of similar sounds. Here's the Matchless. I love that. And the Fender. And the AC30. Matchless. AC30. It's got that boxy thing, and that's in its original, you know, it's a combo with greenbacks. And last but not least, Fender Supersonic 22. It's nice. It sounds like a Fender. All right, kids. All right, so the next few weeks are going to be tricky. I'm going out of town twice, and then I get back on the 12th, and on the 17th I'm getting hand surgery. My hand caught a few times during the video. Not too bad, though. Trigger finger carpal. I've got tennis elbow. I mean, it's... Oh, my God. Oh, my God. But, you know, you got to be tough, so... I'm going to be tough and stick it out and do the right thing, and there you go. So, Mesa with vintage 30s. It's like, I don't know, man. It makes me want to... something to break. Think of like Limp Bizkit. Like and subscribe.